Welcome, everyone, to our prayer journey with Mike Toth. Recently I've had the good fortune of getting eggs from somebody that has chickens. And, with that, getting these eggs from time to time, it brought to my mind that perhaps I would like to have a couple of chickens. But I've seen what's happened with people that have them and only have maybe a half an acre of property, and they are kind of messy. So then I thought about ducks, and I did some research into ducks, thinking they would be more quieter than the chickens. And I find out that ducks are probably a lot worse. So in the process, though, I did research on the ducks that I have in my area, which can be a pain in the neck sometimes, but they seem to appear in shifts. And then every once in a while, we see some guy picking them up and taking off with these ducks. So we figured they were the town catcher or something. Well, in doing the research, I found out that these ducks that are in our area tend to be the most expensive duck and the most best tasting duck for restaurants. And then it dawned on me, perhaps these people that are picking them up are just dropping them off in this area, and people will feed the ducks, and then they pick them up and sell them to a restaurant. Now, I don't know if that is true or not, but it makes sense to me because these ducks are not really attractive like the white drakes or something like that, but they're the most fatty and tasty. So that's what I found out in my duck research, and then I discovered that it would be too hard for me to do ducks because they're actually more noisy and more wet than the chickens because of the way they drink their water. So, this came to my mind when I'm reading this Psalm 36. I'm only going to read one verse from it today, but if you have an opportunity, read Psalm 36. Because what you'll see is very messy human beings that God still loves. The most famous verse, the most well-known verse is in the Bible, John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. And we get a picture of this because to have ducks, I had a motive. I wanted to get their eggs. And I thought my grandkids would like playing with them. But if they didn't give me any eggs and they were messy, I wouldn't want them around. But listen to what God says here in Psalm 36. And again, if you read it yourself, you will see how wicked we can be. But in verse 7, the psalmist speaks to God. How excellent is thy loving kindness, O God. Therefore the children of men put their trust under the shadow of thy wings. And the psalm also goes on to those that trust in the Lord are covered by that shadow and are trusted and just felt taken care of by God. And we also see this in Luke 13:34, when Jesus looked upon Jerusalem and he seen his people without a shepherd. Here's what he says, O Jerusalem, Jerusalem, which killeth the prophets and stoneth them that are sent unto thee. How often would I have gathered thy children together as a hen do gather her brood under her wings, but you would not. That is the whole purpose of why I do these videos, to encourage Christians and to offer Christianity, to offer the love of God who wants to gather you under his wings to all who do not know him. In the text of this video, I have how you can know for sure that you're going to heaven, how you can know the Creator for sure, how you could be gathered under his wings. Please check it out and see if God doesn't prick your heart. And for all those who watch Christians, until next time, may Jesus increase as we decrease.